everyone, this is Persephone, and someone asked me a very interesting question. They wanted to know if, in my opinion, cuckolding is something that always existed and now is more socially acceptable, or if it's a result of conditioning. So today we're going to talk about this important topic. My short answer is yes and no. And by yes and no, I mean that I believe there are people who are into cuckolding for both reasons, okay? But there is one major difference between them. If you come from an older generation and you already had relationships, or you have been married many years, or you have more self-awareness and sexual awareness in general, I don't think that conditioning is going to work for you, in a sense that I don't believe that conditioning can actually bring something out that was never there for most cases. What do I mean by that? I don't believe that most people are into monogamy. I think we talk ourselves into monogamy, or we abide to what society is telling us. In that sense, if someone has been raised to be very religious, it would be unthinkable for them to do any kind of cuckolding. Or it would be extremely sexually arousing, because you know what it is, whatever breaks the rules is sexually arousing. So in that sense, maybe there have been many people who are married or in long-term relationships, and they would love to try that, but society would treat them like freaks 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But now society is much more acceptable to it. I mean, if you even see it, there are communities on Reddit who embrace it. There are articles being written about the fact that wanting to be cucked is associated with high IQ in men. I've even read such articles. I can list them below in the video. So many people that they were contemplating doing that, I think they will do it much more openly and enthusiastically, because hey, I mean, you can bring it up to your wife or to your husband as something that is trending, something that is kinky. So in that sense, I believe that there is a lot of people who always wanted to do it, and it was already there and no one conditioned them. It's just that it's more sexually acceptable nowadays. Especially, I think, if you are married for many years and you are bored out of your fucking mind, you're jumping to every opportunity to do something different. But if you are part of the younger generation, or if you are an incel and you never had sex and you usually have porn addiction, like 9 out of 10 guys who are incels and contact me have out of control porn addiction. And by out of control, I mean at least 3 to 4 hours per day and very extreme types of porn. So those guys that they have been exposed to cuckolding porn over and over, I think they become much more desensitized to it compared to someone who hasn't been a porn addict, or someone who is older and hasn't been exposed to so much pornography. Because let's talk about it openly, 10 years ago to find porn, it was much harder than it is today. Today, open any porn site, any cam site, and cuckold videos are right there to your face, and not just the mainstream one where there is like a white guy with a small penis and a black guy with a huge one, many variations. So the guys who didn't have any sexual experience or have very minimum sexual experience, and they grow up watching that over and over, after some time, it starts to become normal to them. It starts to become much more acceptable to them. And I say that because I'm being contacted by many guys who are virgins and they want to try like fandom and stuff, and they tell me that, oh, I started with normal porn when I was 13, 14, and now I'm 25 and I've watched everything that is quote unquote normal, and I want to move to more weird stuff. So I think there are both categories: the ones that they always wanted to do it and now they have an opportunity, and the ones that they wouldn't even know it exists, but because it's in their face every day, they are actually very much into trying it, you know? Or there are men with small penises that they are so desperate that they would take whatever they can get. I'm always saying that if you have a penis that is below the medically minimum acceptable size, that is 5 inches, you cannot expect to sexually satisfy any woman. So yeah, cuckolding could be something that would allow you to get married and stay married and prevent your wife from cheating. I have many people who are asking me about that, if I would be into that. I can't say I'm into that in the sense of that, oh my god, this is something to be on my bucket list, not really. But I do enjoy cucking people in other ways very much. In the sense of, if I was dating someone and they wanted to try it, I would go ahead and try it. I don't have inhibitions. But if you ask me, like I said, that if it's my fetish or like I need to do that, no, I don't. There are many fetishes that I'm neutral towards. Like I would do them, I would enjoy them at that time, but I wouldn't really look for them out, like go out of my way to look out for them. For me, a very good example is like avocado dip sauce. That if I'm in a party and I like avocado and there is right there, I would probably eat with chips and stuff. But I'm not going to go out of my way in my own house to buy avocados and melt them and all of that stuff, because I'm reading a lot of clean eating and it's so much like promoted, like avocado with everything. I wouldn't do that. But if it's right in front of me, yeah, I'm probably going to eat it. Same logic. And I'm going to be using a lot of food and sex references because I think it's very easy for people to understand. But when it comes to kiking people in other ways, for example, kiking my subs, that's something I really enjoy because they also enjoy it. For example, if they want me to make a video, and I had a sub recently who wanted me to use a big dildo to kike him, to make a humiliation video and say this dildo is bigger than you'll ever be, this dildo would satisfy me or any woman better than you ever could. And he didn't want me to do it like with him or with a real guy. That's a form of kiking that I haven't thought of. And he came up with this idea and that's what he wanted to do. So yeah, in that sense, it is enjoyable and it's fun to play such games with your subs. But other than that, like I said, I don't have porn compulsion. At least for now, never say never. So I'm not really kink shaming anyone or trying to hurt anyone. All of this needs to be consensual, okay? Again, I see a lot of shaming, I see a lot of race play when it comes to cuckold fetish. I want to remind people from this channel that whatever happens between consenting adults, in my opinion, is fine. And like I said, let's bring ourselves to someone's shoes that they have been married for 30 years. Trust me, I can't even imagine the boredom in that, okay? Thank you for watching.